And even though you have to be a superhero, you still got to battle on even in your worst days. So we want to present you with a t-shirt.
So nice.
Who are you?
Soy la reina del sur. Que no se les olvide.
Will La Reina del Sur come back home because she's been all over Europe, and will she gain her throne? Will she make a comeback or some sort back home?
Yes, she will. Yes, she will. That's a great question. Yes, she will. I couldn't. They shot in Mexico, but I couldn't be in Mexico. But yeah, Teresa Mendoza goes back to Mexico, and most of the story is developed there. So it happens there, everything. So she's back in her hometown,
in her environment.
Yes, in her
where
environment.
She belongs. That's
Sinaloa.
amazing to know.
Yeah.
Recently, though, going back to you as Kate, you did manage to see your family though back home for the holidays.
Finally.
That must have been amazing.
Yes, it was one of my highlights, to be honest, in this last 3 years. It was amazing. It was so emotional for me, for my parents. And not only that part that we knew it was going to be emotional, but, just coming through immigration with my Mexican passport. And that was for me just like, yoo-hoo, I get to use again my Mexican passport.
Amazing. So obviously we've spoken about the emotions of it, because that must have been very deep and heartfelt and such an amazing moment. How about, were there any changes that you noticed being back home in your environment?
No, everything was just the way I left it. Because my parents, they have still, my room is there just, the way I left it. And I slept there. Some days I slept in between my parents, literally. And they...
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding.
So sweet.
I'm not kidding. Yes. We're very, very close, and I haven't been there. I've seen my parents, of course, throughout these years, but I haven't been in my town, in my house, or the one that was my house, my parents' house. And, it just gives you a totally different vibe, and I needed that energy, to come back.
It's a funny thing, when you go back home, you just feel very vibrant again, like something's reset.
Absolutely.
But then you also miss your own home that you've made yourself.
Yes, of course. And I was gone for a year. So I needed, of course, to go back home to, to my bed, to my, because I have a kid. No, I'm not kidding. I have a dog, but she's like a kid. And so I needed to my, my place. But nothing gave me more energy and more good vibes than being with my parents.
Well, being apart from them for so long, having, being for so many years through a lot of different experiences and hardships, what, on a more positive note, because we've spoken about some of the bad days, what has kept you so proactive in life and really striving for what you believe in?
By God, because I'm a stubborn lady, and I just like to work. This is all I know. I have now I do the tequila, but somebody else takes care of that, and I'm still as passionate for tequila as I am for acting. But this is the only thing I know how to do since I remember. So for me, it's just, there's so much for me to do that every time that I see myself in the mirror, and I'm proud of myself. And there were times that I was not proud of myself, which were terrible times. But now I am really proud of myself, and that keeps me going. And also, you know what? Working out because I don't meditate. So working out for me is my meditation, is my way to just, put out there all the energy that I have that I don't need. And then I get another different
and release
vibe
it.
And really, exactly.
Latin community, I just want to quickly touch upon that, because we've seen in the past year more diversity on screen. Black Panther has just won SAG Awards for Best Cast in a Motion Picture. Crazy Rich Asians has had a lot of nominations. Now, I will say, one of the forefront actresses of the Latin community. But what do you feel still needs to be done in order to have more representation of them within not just film and TV, but also politics? The Latin community can still break some barriers.
I think that when we stop talking about it is when we're going to be literally done, and it's been much better than it was, of course, but we're still not yet. So for me, I am very happy that I'm an immigrant, and I came here to search for a better life, better roles, and I've had it. So I'm very grateful for this country, but still I don't feel like I'm being represented by this government as I was not represented by the Mexican government lately. So it's kind of tough when you don't feel supported or represented in the way someone like us would like. And I don't know, I think there's so much to do. I don't want to go into politics because I'm not a politician, of course, and I don't like politicians. but there's so many more things that we need to do, and I am so happy for that it's changing slowly, but it's changing, and I'm glad to see every time, in the movies, every time that I read a script, there's much better roles for all of us, not only Latinos, but all of us that are immigrants. And now Americans are also more open to listen to different accents, to read subtitles, which for me is amazing. So we're getting there. Someday we'll get there.
Exactly. Well, ultimately, La Reina del Sur has been also picked up in an English version. It's on Telemundo and Netflix. And so I'm excited to see it, as I'm sure everybody else is as well. And thank you so much for having us on FAB TV.
Thank you so much for being here, for your time. And wait till spring. We'll be there. And don't forget that it's going to have English subtitles.
Amazing.
Closed caption.
Yes. Para usted tenemos a Bad Days t-shirt. Which is a representation of, it's basically a parody of superheroes going through bad days. And even though you have to be a superhero, you still got to battle on even in your worst days.
Oh my God.
So we want to present you
do.
with a t-shirt. Thank you. A little gift for you to open up, and just remember, to just keep on pushing on as you do. You play a phenomenal character that goes through so many nuances. So look at your superhero shirt.
Oh my God, this is so nice.
Oh,
thank you.
You're so welcome. The number one can be for your daughter.
Yes, of course.
Superhero team.
I love it. I love it. This is so me.
Great.
Exactly. That was my face. That was my face.
During the moments of I'm about to puke.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hers up.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.